My name is Robert Burns. I live at 188 Creekside Circle, New Smyrna Beach, Florida. I grew up in Daytona Beach. I've lived in New Smyrna Beach for about 7 years now. I'm very familiar with much of New Smyrna Beach and its area. I have a daughter named Willa, who is 9 years old, who's growing up here as well. I have made a huge commitment to living not only in New Smyrna Beach, but in Volusia County. I grew up here, went to Our Lady of Lourdes grade school, I went to Father Lopez High School, I went into the Marine Corps, and I went to University of Florida, and I went back and forth each time, and I've always come back to Volusia County. This is my home. Over the last 3 or 4 years, I've done a lot of different things. 4 years ago, I was the editor of a newspaper here. 3 years ago, I was working as a hamburger fella at McDonald's, and I appreciate Sue and Marty for hiring me because I needed a job. I have a 4-year degree. I was biggie sizing your fries. And then about 2 years ago, I got hired as a soda jerk, they used to call it, at Dairy Queen. And I handed ice cream through a window. And I enjoyed it all. Thank you. I'll take that into consideration, keep it short. One of my concerns is that people here, and I understand your concern over development and over changes, pardon me? I'm not sure if I caught that. Is the fact of the matter is there will be changes. There will be changes, and we're going to have to guide those changes. It's not a matter of putting our heads in the sand and saying, we don't want this to happen. Well, it doesn't matter whether we want it to or not. It's going to happen, and I don't mean that in any kind of negative, fatalistic sense, but homeostasis does not exist. Things either get better or they get worse. And what we have to do as a group, we have to decide how we are going to further develop. We can put in condos. I'd rather not see that. I'd rather see my 9-year-old daughter be able to grow up here and find jobs that, after coming home from University of Florida or serving in her country's military, that she doesn't have to biggie size her fries at 50 years old. I think that what we need to do is we need to discuss what things like Nexus is, like a fine hotel. While inconvenient or maybe not exactly what we'd like to see, what that does as far as generating further interest in a community, like the Hampton has, like I believe a well-planned Marriott. I'm not suggesting anybody just be allowed to come in and do anything, but we really do have to guide this in a rational sense. And so I have to think that progress is good. Not the kind that we saw in Daytona in 1973 when they put anything up, but rather thoughtful, very well-placed, targeted items. And yes, it will be inconvenient for some people, not in my backyard. But the fact of the matter is, more and more people are going to pay attention in New Smyrna, and then good things will happen, like high-tech development and other industries that are appropriate to our community. And you can laugh all you want. You can laugh all you want. But I have a child, and I want her to be able to continue to make a living and feed. If she gets lucky and has a family of her own, that she can continue to live here in this beautiful community. Thank you very much.